Hi, Jeff Reinhardt, Winona State University strength and conditioning coach. Today we're going to talk about resistance bands. And I'm here to tell you, don't resist the band. A little bit of pun there, but it took me a while to kind of get on board with these things. And I know they've been around a long time, but I'm telling you what, they really help us with our workout. They help us become more efficient, more effective, and that's really what it's about at the end of the day. What I'm really going to look at today is just kind of give you a couple of different things that we do. It'll just be really the scratching the surface as far as the vast variety of things that you can do when you're using a band. We use it as a resistance as well as an assistance when we're doing a lot of our movements. One thing we do with our workouts is we pair a lot of items. And when our facility is packed and we're asking for multiple pairings, we need to keep those pairings as close as we can, make them as efficient as we can. We can't have a lot of our athletes moving throughout the entire building trying to get our pairings done. It just does not work for us time-wise. And so we find that the resistance bands work out really well for us. And again, I'll show you some examples. When it's our heavy upper body day per se, I like to do some resistance stuff or some pairing things that have to do with our lower body, simply because often I'm using it as a recovery from the day before, but it really kind of helps us. And in reverse, when we're on our heavy lower body day or our leg day, I really like to do some upper body things with our resistance bands. And I'll just give you a couple of examples. The first thing we're going to look at is the reverse band bench is what we call this. And what this helps with, I really like this when we're in season, because the guys, particularly for football and some of those heavy contact sports, the guys' shoulders really tend to bother them. We have to do a lot of our lifting literally less than 24 hours after one of our games. So we're coming off of a game, their bodies are still beat up. We're really trying to still get some work done in the weight room, but there's aspects of the shoulder that we're really trying to protect. So what I like to do is a reverse band. And what this simply does is it assists that when you're at its lowest point. So when the bar's down on my chest, when the shoulders are probably the most vulnerable, it gives us a little bit of assistance to help it get up off the chest. And by the time we're back at full extension, we're basically back to the regular weight. So as that transition point moves through, and I'll show that real quickly, it really makes it a lot smoother, and the guys really like it. It's not beating their shoulders up nearly so badly. So very quickly, bring the bar off, bring it down. You're just doing a typical bench. But again, at this lowest point, it helps, it gives some assistance, and it gets you off the chest. Again, that transition for that shoulder, it's working out really well for them. A couple of other movements that we like to do that are, again, our shoulder-based movements. We do these in the in-season and the off-season. Shoulders are critical for us, and they've really kind of been our biggest problem. So the first thing that we like to do, we call this the 3D. So we're just going to bring it up, so you're getting a little deltoid work this way, and then we extend the band this way. So again, something really simple, really quick. We use this as some of our pairings that we do, usually again on a lower body day. But again, we call that the 3D, and it works out very well. Another movement that we might pair with something is just a simple band row. Instead of having to go through, grab a dumbbell that's on the other side of our facility, we just quickly have a band paired up right next to the rack, so you can just get a nice long stretch here. And again, it depends on the type of band they're using, is going to increase or decrease the resistance. The beauty of that is it's really simple to switch them out. So you just got a nice long pull it back. Again, nice simple row. And all I have to do to increase the resistance, back myself up a little bit. Again, good resistance that way, a simple rowing movement. A couple other things that we like to do for the lower body is some abduction, not adduction, abduction. Just simply right here. Again, I use this as a recovery movement post our leg day, but we're usually on an upper body day. Throw this in early on because they're still recovering from the day before from our leg day. A little abduction work. And again, a wide variety, a lot of different ways that you can do that. The last thing I'm going to show you is a simple little tricep movement here. So you get hooked up here, we pair these things up, just get a simple tricep workout in. Again, all you have to do, creep my hands up, increases the resistance, makes that more challenging. And again, just absolutely phenomenal. Makes it simple, keeps these bands really close to us, keeps our workout flowing along, which is really essential for us. So if you haven't got yourselves a good number of different size bands, different varieties, different strength levels, make sure you go pick some up today.